Welcome back again to HR Tips. My name is Oladapo Akintoye from Fast Track Academy. And today I will be speaking about performance management. Performance management is something I'm very passionate about because I do believe that performance management is the bedrock of what drives the goals, the objectives, the vision, the values, whatsoever that the organization sets out to achieve. Performance management is that measure that helps us to know if we are going in the right direction or if we have derailed. So I'll be talking performance management, but I'll be talking from the perspective of performance improvement. Because one of the things that we need to manage when it comes to performance management is around sustainability. Sustainability in the sense that if performance is maintained or is achieved at the level where the organization wants it, super, but you must keep it consistent. However, if performance also falls short of expectations, it is not something that we throw our hands up or we put our hands at the back and we just observe and do nothing about. It is important and essential to understand how to deal with performance improvement. So when we're talking performance improvement, what are some of the things to have at the back of mind? Number one, we must set out with very clear goals and mission. We usually talk about setting clear objectives, setting clear milestones when we start up the performance management system in place. In the same way, when performance management or when performance outcomes are going southwards, when performance outcomes is not going in this direction you want it, for you to correct such a situation and get value. So we must set clear goals in terms of what the shortfalls are. Have clarity in terms of discussion, those involved, and let the employee or the manager and the person that is being managed understand where the shortfalls are. Number one, very clear goals must be set. The second thing is there must be clear understanding. I usually talk about clear understanding. If both of us are going to achieve or arrive at a destination, we must have clarity in terms of what that destination is. Sometimes the definition of performance from the perspective of the appraisee is different from what the appraiser thinks is good performance. Both parties must have clarity in terms of what is the understanding of the goal, what is the understanding of the outcome, what needs to be achieved, what is the baseline. Everybody must have that understanding. The third thing is to also create what I call focus. So in the context of work, in the context of operations within the organization, daily activities drop off and all of that. However, when we are talking performance, there should be clarity, there should be focus. We must understand what are we driving at, and we must consistently and relentlessly talk about that, drive towards that direction of what goals needs to be achieved. So the fourth step in managing performance shortfall or managing performance improvement is what I call establishment of ownership. We must establish ownership. Nothing should be left open or left loose, if I use that word. The owner of the task must understand. Timelines must be clearly spelled. All of those things that makes performance what is expected must be clearly defined and ownership clearly outlined in terms of what needs to be done. Finally, as a leader, when we're talking performance management, there's a shortfall. You must understand that you as a leader must lead and not manage. You must lead and not manage. Usually, most times, leaders or managers often tend to jump in, want to either micromanage or manage the process. As much as it's important for you to set clarity and all of that, But we must also understand that usually this is an opportunity for improvement, for development, especially for the person who you are bringing up to speed. So lead and not manage, set clear objectives, make everything concise, grant ownership, let the other party knows what kind of performance outcomes you want to achieve. And when all of that is done, you stay back and let the job to be done. Usually, if you observe all of these processes, over time, there's improvement and the organization is better for it. So I do hope you've been able to learn one or two tips today in terms of how to manage performance. I'll see you again with